pulling up in a Benz. We got into it, I just hope that we can make amends. And if you got it and I want it, just know I'm a son. Hard times ain't hurt us, it only made us turn into man. I hope my pain can go away, don't want it back again.
Today, the title, it says that a woman was swindled out of $200,000 by a man that she met on Tinder. How that's possible? We're about to find out.
He was handsome, charismatic, and seemingly wealthy beyond measure. For Celia Philo,
bro, he looked like he up to no good, bro. He up to no good. Anybody with them glasses, with their like them little professor glasses, and is not a woman, I'm not being racist or sexist or symbolism, Hindu, with them, none of that. Anybody who has them glasses and don't have, a female body part, yeah, I can't trust you, bro. Even my doctor, I don't care if he my doctor and he pulling up.
it was an easy decision to swipe right.
This guy, Simon, comes up on my phone and you can see that he lives a very different life than what I'm living. He had some selfies, a picture in a nice car. You could see that it was a private jet, just an overall package.
The 29-year-old grad student studying in London says she was immediately swept off her feet by Simon Livive and swept into a high-powered world of luxury.
I bet you, I know for a fact his real name is not Simon. He chose that name because he was thinking
his
Simon
aura
says,
and charisma.
After all, most first dates don't end with a trip on a private jet.
They take you to get on this plane and you go to Bulgaria.
I ain't leaving my girl,
I was texting my friends at the same time, like, I don't know what's going on.
You stayed with him.
Yeah.
You had a nice time, and then you came back to the UK. And then what did you think? This was going to continue as a relationship?
When I started like feeling like, okay, this guy actually is really nice and funny, and someone that I could date
really nice
and
funny, or
like
was it just
maybe
bad?
have something with.
But her dream of finding Mr. Right went horribly wrong.
I hate him. He's so horrible.
Celia says Simon told her he was an Israeli millionaire with a nickname, the Prince of Diamonds, but he wasn't who he said he was.
I'm just very tired about crying over this, but it just comes and I can't help it. It's just so painful. Because I hate myself, I just hate that I did this,
And according to Celia, their brief romance turned into a real-life nightmare. Celia alleges Simon defrauded her out of $200,000, leaving her spiraling into debt, suicidal, and fearing for her safety.
He manages to do this because he is a great guy who pretends that he cares so much for other people, so you want to care for him as well.
A lot of people watching might think if it was £3,000 or £4,000, I would start to feel like I need this money back. You let it get to 200.
I know it sounds so crazy for people, but the sums weren't a lot, and I could see the spend that he did on my cards.
She's now speaking out, warning others about the dangers of online dating. Simon.
And I didn't forget what I was about to say. Y'all thought I forgot. If you're not healed, if you're not all the way healed, then don't get out there and start dating and all of that stuff. Because someone like her, and it's not to judge her, I hope that she get better and all of that other good shit. But somebody like her, like to date somebody like her after she been through what she just been through is not good. That's just a recipe for disaster. So make sure you heal before you start dating. And another thing, how is it that I'm going to say from my knowledge, in which I could be wrong, it seemed like they ain't been dating for a year. If they ain't been dating for a year, how do you give this person access to whatever you have after, not even before a year? Man, you don't, man, it take more than that for me. That's all I know.
Livive, born Shimon Hayut, is a 28-year-old convicted con man who served 3 years in Finnish prison for defrauding several women to fund his lavish lifestyle.
When I'm reading the messages, I as well see how much talk there is about the banks, and then I'm just like, you're so stupid,
Celia says she was lulled into a false sense of security by his grand romantic gestures and flowery declarations of love.
Where they at?
I will support you, I will help.
Where they at? Because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't send the girl, no, I ain't send no flowers, but I done bought some flowers and gave him some flowers, and I ain't get 20, I said 20, I ain't get 200 bands in return.
And we will lift each other. You're nice, you're cute, you're sweet.
Yeah.
You let me to do what I need to do. and I really appreciate it.
For Celia, the relationship started out innocently enough.
This was the first time where I felt, oh my God, I really like him, and it seems that he really likes me back as well. You like the feeling of being liked.
When do you consider yourself to be his girlfriend?
I think it was maybe a month after that.
She says Simon told her
1 month. 1 month. 1 month after shit. Man. But again, I can't judge her because I don't know her situation.
that his job as a diamond dealer kept him traveling constantly. So they dated long distance. Their romance conducted via modern-day love letters in texts, video messages, and voice recordings.
I wish you a great and a beautiful and a successful and amazing day as you. Kisses.
Simon stole away to London when he could, but Celia says that more often than not, he flew her to where he was, always alluding to an element of danger in his job that kept him away, jetting around constantly on private planes.
How often would you see him on a weekly basis?
I saw him like in London the next week, and that's when it started that he couldn't come back to London because of the threats that he had been getting.
Within a week, he was already saying to you, I can't come back to London, there are threats against my life.
But he could get me to where he was.
She says Simon claimed to be under constant threat from unknown, nefarious enemies. A hazard, he said, of working in the diamond business.
So there's nothing during this time that's making you think, this isn't real, he's fake?
Oh no, no.
Good night, my love. I miss you so much. I can't wait to see you.
Celia says that Simon surrounded himself with people who helped perpetuate the myth, even going so far as to send videos of himself and his bodyguard in the hospital after they were allegedly attacked. Soon, there was another strange element to his story. She says he asked her to extend her line of credit to him so that plane tickets, hotels, and dinners would be booked using her name, keeping supposed enemies thrown off his trail.
How do you go from being with someone who's presented as a very wealthy man to someone who you now need to give money to?
It's protection. I know it's not right, but he needed my name as a cover, he said.
Protection from?
His enemies, as he's calling them.
You just believed him when he said that?
I know it sounds so crazy, and I wish I could take everything back. It's more like when you have a bodyguard, why would this giant guy be with him if he didn't need the protection?
Celia says she relented because Simon promised to pay her back, but the repayments from Simon were nowhere to be seen, despite his insistence that they were on their way.
The amounts that he needs to be able to just function for a week is just so much. It's never just a few thousand. For us normal people, that is a lot of money, but for him, it's not a lot of money.
How could you have trusted him to take out that amount of money?
Like, of course, he has the money, so he will pay me back. You didn't even think that it was a problem when you were taking up the loans because you were so sure that the money existed.
Apart from anything else, you loved him.
He preyed on her.
I think that's the...
He preyed on her emotions, and preyed on the fact that he can make her feel comfortable enough to not even question anything that he was doing. She was just under a... I don't like saying spell. She had her blinders. She had them on. She couldn't see it. She could not see it, and to be honest, it's not really her fault because
of it. Like when I realized that
extra 20 years.
It wasn't. We said it was the love aspect, that the person that I thought that I knew and loved, he had just done this in the most evil way.
Suddenly, Celia's dream romance was crashing down around her.
Two guys from American Express comes to you. They said that that's him, that's the guy. They told me that they had a long investigations on him already, and that I was a string of 4 or 5 women. I almost wanted to throw up. Everything just came crushing down at once.
Celia alleges that Simon was continuing to run the same scheme that put him in Finnish jail just a few years ago, using her money to fund his luxury lifestyle and lure other women into his orbit, a cycle doomed to repeat itself.
I had to be put into a psychiatric ward because of suicidal thoughts. I didn't see a way out. You lost your boyfriend, and nothing that he just dumped you. He never existed. He was never your boyfriend.
Celia filed a report with the Metropolitan Police in London, who declined our request for comment. American Express told ABC they do not comment on open investigations. Meanwhile, Simon says he's in Panama, telling us via text that he is innocent. There's nothing here, just a loan between friends that went south. She agreed to loan me money and then she disappeared, not answering phones or emails or letters before we were able to pay her back. They used me for my life and got expensive gifts and everything. In other words, gold diggers. When I ask help, they agreed to help and they know that I have some problems. I didn't run from no one. It's all fake news and lies. For now, Celia remains in London, trying to rebuild her life.
I see a difference in myself when I talk to people.
Maybe less naive.
Much less naive.
For Nightlife.
Yeah, Susan. I don't know, man. Y'all, how y'all feel about it? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this situation. I kind of feel like we didn't all been there. Don't act like you've never been there before. Like you ain't meet a person and it was like, you know, they was the greatest thing next to sliced cake and all of that other stuff. And you don't really necessarily look for the things that you should be looking for. So she was just out there really just moving, trying to, you know, find somebody to be with, you know, find somebody to do, take her to the movies and shit, go ice skating. She might want to go snorkeling with her, you know, something like that. She into all of that. So she looking for her companion. And people, that's why I say y'all got to be careful, because there's people out there that just watch and prey on those who look for others to be that or to fill that void in their life. And they know how to transform and make themselves into what you think is the perfect quarter or suitor, whatever you want to call it. And then before you know it, you know, you 20, I keep saying 20, you 200 bands in debt talking about, damn, I need to get on the phone with the FBI. And they like, well, you authorized this. And like, sheesh. But again, he did such a good job at it, like you wouldn't question it. But me, I'm not giving no. I don't even think I'm giving $200. To be real, I don't even think I'm giving $200. I think that might be like top sale. But that's a different story. But $200,000, and y'all only been talking for a month or something like that. Like, she was vulnerable, she was open, she wanted you know, a loyal companion or whatever. She wanted that, and he knew that she wanted that, and he took advantage of her. And this was for, damn, I hope y'all don't crush me in the comments, but this was like a mild case. Like, he just took a couple dollars from her. Like, it's other situations where people that get caught in situations like this, they get took for way more than that, man. Like, you can get taken for a ride if you're not open, if you don't have your eyes open and really know who you're dealing with. So, ladies, again, this one was for you. Y'all make sure y'all be careful when you're out there. Don't just think, oh, you know, he got a nice car, he got nice clothes, and da-da-da-da-da. Like, talk to him. Actually get to talk. How much did they talk? How much did they talk? Like, you got to actually get to know a person before you start investing all of this, for one, time, and then money and all of this stuff. Because this is going to take her. I can see it's going to take a minute for her to, if she ever bounce back from something like this. If she ever, again, it's not her, but he did such a, y'all saw the part where he was riding in an ambulance and he had the bodyguard in the ambulance with him? Who does that? Like, man, how you, hey, it might have been, hey, I don't have no access to nobody. Maybe one of his other girls was in the ambulance or something. But either way, y'all get what I'm trying to say. He made it look like it wasn't, but it was, but it wasn't. And it was. She just didn't know that. But yeah, I feel like she going to have to take a while to recover and get herself together. And that's going to be time. That's time wasted off of your clock. Hopefully, prayerfully, she can get some of her money back. If not, oh well, you know, you did authorize that once you signed on the dotted line. And yeah, hopefully everybody learned a lesson from this one, man. This one crazy. But y'all be cool over there in London, man. Y'all don't be wilding over there in London, y'all. I pull up over there. Y'all just let me know. Alright, DTG, we out. The family, you dig.